Hello, English readers, and welcome to episode 21 of the podcast Read in English. I'm Lydie Bureau, and I'm an English teacher in France. I'm also the founder of Lydie's Book Club, in which I host live readings of adaptations of classics or contemporary novels of English literature. Once a week, I meet the members of the book club via Zoom to discuss the chapters or the sections of the book read over the week. We also talk about books in general and learning English. Today, I'm very pleased to talk to you about Zadie Smith and her critically acclaimed novel, White Teeth. Here is the original book, published in 2000. So here is the original book, and that's the adaptation for B2 learners of English. So Zadie Smith was born in North London in 1975. Her father was English and her mother Jamaican. She graduated from Cambridge University in 1997, and as she was still studying English literature to finish her, she received an advance from her publisher to finish her novel, White Teeth. So at the time, she was only 21 years old. So you can imagine that's quite a pressure, but also an immense privilege. When her book got published, she was only 25 years old. So the book was published in 2000. So you see, only 3 years after she graduated from university. And she was only 25 years old when her book was published. And not only was it met with critical acclaim, but it also became a commercial success. To this day, it has sold more than 2 million copies, and the novel has also been adapted into a 4-part television drama in 2002. So quite soon after the release of the book, and it was adapted it was broadcasted on BBC. So White Teeth was awarded several times. It won Best Book and Best Female Newcomer at the BT Emma Awards in 2000, and it received the Whitbread First Novel Award, amongst other awards. The story is set predominantly between the mid-1970s to the late 1990s in London, and it narrates the complex intergenerational histories of 3 families. The novel explores issues of immigration, integration, belonging, and it invites us to discuss cultural identities in a London that is about to enter a new millennium. So in the novel, the main characters explored are Archie, Clara, and Irie Jones. So this is the Jonases. And Samad, Alsana, Majid, and Milat Iqbal. So that's the Iqbal family. And then later, the Chalfants family as well. So the story starts with Archie Jones and their relation and its relationship with Samad Iqbal. So they've been friends since the end of the Second World War, and Samad is a man that is quite disappointed that the war did not give him the opportunity to live up to the legacy of his hero, Mangal Pandey, which is a real historical character in the fight for India's independence. So in the book, there are parallels with historical fact and real fact. Althana Iqbal is Samad's wife. So their marriage was arranged and they both immigrated to England in 1973. So Samad and Archie met at the end of the Second World War. They went back to their country and they reunited later on in the 70s when Samad and his wife migrated to England. Majid and Milat Iqbal are Samad and Althana's twin sons who struggle with identity issues and feelings of rejection. Irie Jones is the daughter of Archie and Clara. Archie Jones is a white Englishman and Clara Jones is Jamaican, a beautiful Jamaican. Sorry, I forgot to talk about Clara Jones before. So Clara Jones is Archie's second wife, and she's a beautiful Jamaican woman who wears fake teeth because she lost her real ones in a motorcycle accident. So Irie Jones is the daughter of Archie and Clara, and she also struggles with her identity and self-hatred as she realizes that she doesn't conform to the British standards of beauty. We are introduced to the story with the quote, "What is past is prologue," which means that what is past is future. In other words, Smith wants to show us how people's pasts can affect their present lives and the lives of their children, so their descendants as well. How it shows the ripple effect of the past lives or the impact of decisions from elder generation. The novel is also about how white people in England treated immigrants at the time, which echoes behaviors that are still happening today. So it's nice to see the parallels that we can make between a contemporary London, which is it's only 20 years ago, the story, that's what is happening, but there's still the issue of immigration and the debates around it is still a very contemporary topic. It feels very much contemporary to us, even in 2024. As you will read in this novel, in this novel, you will see a lot of street language or slang used by teenagers. For example, Milat and Irie use the words man and chief. However, these words are not really used by teenagers nowadays. So they are very, it's interesting how language evolves with generations. So those were the terms at the time that were cool. They were so-called cool. Racist language is also used by white people, such as the term Pakis, that targeted Asian people, although many of them were not from Pakistan, really. Hi, guys. Thank you for joining. Okay. Since the publication of White Teeth, Zadie Smith has written 6 novels and writes 8 essays and short stories. Her latest book, The Fraud, was released last year, so it's very new, and it is set in the 19th century and talks about the Tichborne case, which was a famous criminal trial at the time that Smith uses to draw parallels to today's political populism. So here again, even with her recent novel, she tries to draw parallels between the 19th century and today's politics and society issues. Right. So I hope that you enjoyed this introduction to Zadie Smith and the novel White Teeth. I hope you liked this content, and make sure that you like the video or review the podcast if you are listening this podcast on Spotify. So please leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this episode. And before I leave you, I just want to remind you that from the 10th to the 20th of June, we are going to read the graded reader adaptation of White Teeth. So this book that I just showed you at the beginning of the podcast. So it is adapted for B2 level, so it's upper intermediate, but don't feel afraid of joining the book club if you don't have a B2 level. You can join, you can still be part of the book club, even if you have a B1 level, or even if you are an advanced learner of English, it's still going to be relevant to have this conversation and share your thoughts and be part of the book club as well. So make sure you subscribe to the book club membership to be part of this incredible literary journey and have access to the 3-part live workshop on White Teeth for free. So you will find the link in the description to subscribe to the book club. And I hope that you will be part of the live workshop, or that you will attend the live readings. Anyway, if you have any questions, don't feel shy and just message me on Instagram on private messages, and I will answer you as soon as I can. So if you have any worries about your level in English or anything, you're more than welcome to join the book club. So if you have a B1 level, B1 plus, then it's fine. It's going to be a great challenge for you. And if you have any questions, I'll be here to help you understand the novel as well. Because as I will read the chapter, I will make comments as well. And if you attend the live reading, then you will be able to ask your questions in the chat, and I will be able to answer you live as well. So make sure that you join the live readings. All the dates of the live readings are on, you can receive all the dates on the newsletter. Once you subscribe to the newsletter, you will find all the information about the upcoming live readings, and also the links to any information on the website. So you can find the dates there, or you will find the dates on the post that I did on Instagram. But if you don't really check Instagram, then I would advise you to subscribe to the newsletter. And this way you have all the information in one place, and all the links as well that you need if there is. Soon I'm going to make the live workshop of Jane Eyre available, and you will have straight access to it via the link. So I would recommend you to subscribe to the newsletter. So I wish you a beautiful end of the day, and I will see you next month with a new podcast episode. This is a little preview of what's going to happen next month. This episode will be dedicated to the American author Taylor Jenkins Reid and her New York Times bestseller, Daisy Jones and the Six. So that's gonna be our read for July 2024. But I don't say anymore, but it's going to be a new experience, a new reading experience for you guys. So I wish you a beautiful end of the day, and I will see you next week for the live reading of White Teeth, or next month with a new podcast episode. Bye bye.